Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. How's your Monday morning started out? If you're listening to this, I don't know if you're listening to it in the morning or in the afternoon, but I want to ask you how your day started out. When you got out of bed this morning, did you jump out? Were you excited? Did you hit that alarm 4 times on the snooze button? I'll have to admit, I do that once in a while. I do use that snooze button. There's no question. As I was getting going today, and on Mondays we like to talk about prosperity pillars, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about prosperity pillar number 3, which is I act in spite of my mood. Because so many times we have our goals, we have our dreams, we have our desires, but we don't feel like doing what we need to do at times in our life. And it's pushing through those times that are so important. But before I get ahead of myself, I want to share with you the Mastermind Quote of the day from the Daily Mastermind mobile app. Make sure you download that. It's free. And the quote today is a little different. Generally, we'll have a lot of business and entrepreneurial quotes, but today it's, we are all born for love. It is the principle of existence and its only end. And I want to just plant that seed in your mind as you get your week going. Are you doing good in the world? Are you inspiring and helping others? Are you doing things for others' benefit, for purpose, to give back? Are you operating from a place of love, or are you operating from a place of, what's in it for me? You hear that acronym WIFM. I want to talk to you about that today because I want to talk to you about, are you acting in spite of your mood? Look, I know that there are times that you don't feel like getting up in the morning. I know there's times you don't feel like working out. I know there's times you don't feel like doing certain things, making that last sales call, having that one more conversation. We all are in that place. You're not alone. That's going to happen when you're operating outside your comfort zone on an ongoing basis, which is what we're trying to do when we're creating the best versions of ourselves. But you've got to learn, if you want to start acting in spite of your mood, if you want to do what it takes, even when you don't feel like it, that's when you're going to see success. And one of the best ways that I've found, especially when I'm struggling to stay on top of things, I feel like, I could use a break, I could use some time off, but I know I've got to keep pushing. That's when I stop making it about myself. And what I want to sort of put out to you, and I want to argue, is that you think about your actions, you think about your thoughts, and you ask yourself, is it about me or is it about my goal? Is it about what I'm trying to accomplish? Because we all have difficulty. Look, we all have times we don't feel like doing things. Failure, pain, and struggle are a lot worse if you don't take basic control of your actions and your thoughts. And when you make it about you, or when you learn to make it about something other than you, you're going to have more ability to push yourself through. And so when you stop making it about yourself, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a cause, a passion, something you're doing, you'll learn to be able to give yourself a little bit more fuel and take more action. And when you operate from a place of love and abundance, you're going to find that's going to happen as well. So as you go throughout the week, I want you to think about how you can act in spite of your mood consistently, because the times that you decide to take a break are the times that are going to actually empower you to push through and exceed your competition, exceed everyone else. It sets you apart on the path of success. So let me give you some strategies. I've mentioned a few in the past that have helped me. Let me give you some strategies you can do to push through those moments that you may not feel like doing things. Or maybe you're struggling right now. Maybe you're having a hard time staying on top. You're wondering when your break is going to happen, when the success is going to come, and you're becoming impatient. Well, let me give you some ideas. Number 1, got to be setting goals. With a clear direction and focus in your life, when you have that clarity, it's going to be much easier to act even when you don't want to, because you can see the end result. You can see that clear vision, and it's going to drive you. Another thing you can do is make the commitment ahead of time. It's not just a decision to do what you need to do and act in spite of your mood. It's a commitment that if you make it ahead of time, like laying your stuff out to go to the gym the night before, or making a commitment to be somewhere that you know you're supposed to be, make the commitment. Then it won't be something that you're going to question every time the opportunity comes up to be able to sit back or not do what you want to do. Things will begin to change in your life if you do that. I promise you. Another thing I use often is something called the 5-second rule. I wanted to give you kind of a couple other things that you can try. And so if you've heard of the 5-second rule, there's about 5 seconds. It's the period of time after you ask yourself a question or know you need to do something. There's about 5 seconds after which doubt and indecision enter your consciousness. Doubt or indecision. If you act within that first 5 seconds, Taking action in that time frame moves us past that doubt and indecision. And if you wait longer than 5 seconds, our initiative is going to sort of wane. We're going to fail to accomplish the things we want. We're going to get caught up in doubt and indecision. But if you act when you know you're supposed to act, that 5-second rule, I know that's going to push you through as well. And another thing that works really well is power statements. Create a power statement. That's one of the reasons I have the Prosperity Pillars poster. Is one of the things I say to myself all the time is I act in spite of my mood. I see the vision. I'm going to do what it takes. I'm successful with every step forward I make. Whatever the statement is that you can use as a trigger, create those power statements so that when you get in that moment and you're in that 5-second window, you can decide to act in spite of your mood because you're going to tell yourself that's what you're going to do. And the goal here is obviously you've got to change your state. We can use all kinds of tools to help you change your state to take action, but maybe there's certain things that can help you to change your mindset, that can help you to change your physical, emotional state of being. Things like music or books or pictures or, the reason I have the mobile app is so that you can access things real time. I'll play certain songs on my phone that motivate me to go to the gym in the morning. I just get them playing in the background so that I get that momentum. I set that standard and that habit. And I'll also use certain pictures or memories of vivid things that inspire me that I'll have on my phone so that I can move forward when I want to and even when I don't want to. So then when you have those things ready for you, and that's what I try to really always emphasize to people that I'm mentoring, when you have that kind of stuff at your fingertips, when you don't feel like doing something, crank on that music. When you don't feel like doing something, look at that inspirational vision board. Look at those pictures of the people you're doing it for. Those are the things that are going to inspire you to go to the next level. And then just try to learn to create supporting habits. When you create habits, when the discipline and motivation go out the window, your habits are going to be there to guide you. These are habits like daily rituals of things that will help you with your mind, body, spirit, business, family, finance, wealth, money, whatever it is. Set habits in place, and the habits will take you past that moment of indecision. And I believe, and I'll say it again, acting in spite of your mood is a difference maker, but you've got to back up your talk with your actions. And you have to be able to do this on a consistent basis. It's about being consistent. Consistency is going to put you ahead of everyone. So whether it's setting goals, making commitments, power statements, or just changing your state, you can use these strategies to create long-term discipline and results. And all these things are critical for you. So you've got to make sure you take time and write down the principle, I act in spite of my mood. Write it down if you have to and put it on your mirror, put it in your car, put it on your computer screen. I act in spite of my mood, and repeat that self over and over and over to yourself. You're going to find another really nice benefit of that. If you're struggling with confidence, if you're struggling with self-esteem, these are the little wins that you can make. These are the check boxes every day saying, I do it, even when I don't feel like doing it. I'm the master of my destiny. I create the results. I create my life. And when you act in spite of your mood, you give yourself those little wins. Every time you tell yourself you're going to go work out or make that call or do that thing, when you don't feel like it, that's a win. Start tracking those wins. Those wins are going to stack up, and they're going to help you to create the version of yourself that you really want to be. And I really believe that. So that's my message for today. I hope you have an amazing week this week. I've got a lot of things coming down for you, so make sure you tune in. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. And I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Remember, it's never too late to start living the life that you were meant to live. And today's the day to get that started. We'll talk to you soon.